Salsa family, and today I'm coming back at you guys with another video on the channel, and in today's video we're going to be going over all the potential leak changes for Madden 23 Ultimate Team. So let's get started. Now I'm going to be going over 4 changes in the video for Madden 23 Ultimate Team. These aren't like crazy groundbreaking changes that EA Sports made, but I will say these are interesting and they definitely improve the game in some aspects. Now the first one that I saw on Twitter actually has to do with your item binder, and I can't confirm or deny whether this is 100% true, but it does look like it's probably going to be coming into the game for Madden 23, and this is basically like a quality of life change. So as you know, in Madden 22 right now, if I'm in my binder, I'm in my binder. If I want to go to the auction block, I gotta back out, I gotta go over here to marketplace, then we go to auctions and trades, and then we go to the auction block. But that whole process right there is going to be simplified a little bit. So it looks like EA Sports has added a shortcut for Madden 23, which is going to allow you guys to go to your sets and to the auction block from your item binder. Now essentially the way you do this is, I believe, by using R1 and L1. So at the top of the screen in 23, I believe there's going to be a little bit of a ticker which allows you guys to switch between those 3 sections. So let's say, for example, I'm powering up a card like Michael Thomas, aka the best wide receiver in the NFL. He is absolutely back. Did you see the training camp video? I'm fired up, man. MT's taking the league by storm. Okay. But before I get too sidetracked, let's say I wanted to power up Michael Thomas, but I ran out of training points and I needed to get some more. Well, instead of backing all the way out and then going into the auction block, I can simply click L1, navigate to the auction block quickly, buy a card, and then use that card for training. Or maybe we're doing a coin making method. We see how many players we have in our binder, we navigate to the sets quickly, we put those cards into a set, then we can go back on over to the auction block, scoop up some more cards, and then go to sets without backing out or wasting any time. So that right there feels like a decent change. It should improve like the quality of life stuff for Madden 23 and just make the game a little bit easier. Now change number 2, this hasn't been 100% confirmed, but it does feel like this should be coming into the game, and essentially what EA Sports I believe did is they added an entire tier of strategy cards. So as you guys know, right now there's the gray strategy cards, there's the green ones, and there's the blue ones. But what EA Sports looks like they're doing is, it looks like they have added another tier of strategy items in this game. So let's talk about how that could work. As you see on the screen right here, this is something that MuttLeaks put together, and MuttLeaks is, in my opinion, one of the most credible Twitter accounts when it comes to leaking stuff for Madden Ultimate Team. They do a really good job right there, and they did say on Twitter that this could be coming into the game and potentially should be. And not only did they get that screenshot I just showed you, but they were also able to pull these screenshots right here out of, I think, Madden 23. What this pack essentially is showing us is, it's showing us one of the purple strategy items for offense and the purple strategy items for defense, which of course are the packs you guys get when you do your sets. Now for me, I'm a little bit on the fence as to whether or not I like this change. Now I really hope they take speed strategy items out of the game, but I just don't think that's probably going to be happening. So what I'm kind of hoping right here is, I'm hoping that with this change it makes it a little bit harder to get speed boost, because right now it's just too easy to boost up the speed on your players. So maybe what they did is they made it so only the purple cards are going to be getting speed boost, or maybe they made it so for like wide receiver speed and safety speed or corner speed or secondary speed boost, you're only able to get those in the purple cards. We'll see how it all works out, but honestly I'm a little bit surprised that they did add another tier right here, because honestly it feels like strategy cards weren't really that incredibly well received this year. They weren't brutal, they weren't like a terrible change to the game, but honestly I'm kind of surprised that they're using more of their development time to innovate when it comes to strat cards. But we'll see how it all plays out in the game. What I'm really hoping is, I'm hoping they just take out speed boost from these strategy cards, and if they do that, it'll actually be strategic when you're deciding what cards you're using, instead of just seeing a speed boost card and instantly using that on your team. So hopefully they take out speed boost, and if they add the purple cards, I'm not really too mad at it. That would end up being a really good change if they do that, but I think likely what's going to happen is some of those more elite speed boost cards are going to be available in the purple tier, and it's just going to make it harder to get those cards, which isn't the worst thing, because honestly speed boosts are something that I don't love in the game. Then next up, and I guess this is a little bit less Ultimate Team related, but on the screen right here this might look confusing, but it's a tweet from MuttLeaks again. They're just the absolute goats when it comes to this type of stuff. Be sure you guys are following them on Twitter. I will leave their Twitter link in the description, and you know what, while you're on Twitter, I'm also giving away a copy of Madden 23 over there, and that's ending in just a couple days. So if you want to enter that, all you got to do is retweet one tweet. It's that simple. I will leave the link to that tweet in the description and in the pinned comment. Be sure you guys enter, because in like 5 seconds you can maybe win a copy of Madden for free, which isn't too shabby. Now getting back on track, like I was saying, it looks like they're also going to be adding more releases for quarterbacks in this game, which I think is actually kind of cool. Releases right now are a big part of Madden Ultimate Team. If you're a more pro, or I guess like even advanced player for Madden Ultimate Team, you know the importance of getting the ball out quickly from your quarterback. that's why Gunslinger is such an important ability, and that's why cards like Brett Favre are always players people want on their team, because he has a really quick release. And what that's going to do is it's going to make it so you can throw the ball before you get put in one of those super annoying throw out a sack animations and end up throwing a pick. So having a high release is good, and it looks like what they're doing right now is they're actually differentiating some of these releases, which is cool to see. I like to see that they're adding more depth to the game. This feels like a good change. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, as we get a 95 Christian Kirksey. This card is actually selling for a lot of coins. It's going for 100k. It's just too easy, boys. So yeah, I'm a fan of them adding more quarterback releases. If you guys want to take a little bit more of, I guess, like an in-depth look as to how that's going to work, I put up a photo on the screen. You guys can pause the video, but overall it looks like we're getting more differentiation when it comes to that, which honestly, more depth is never a bad thing for Madden Ultimate Team. So that's why I can't complain about them adding like more purple strategy cards. It's more depth. More releases is more depth to the game. I like it. Then another thing that's looking kind of cool is it's looking like there's also going to be a way to track your progress in your sets from your item binder. So as I was saying, it looks like they're kind of revamping the way you guys get to sets and stuff like that. As I was mentioning before, there's like the way you guys can navigate with R1 and L1 from your item binder to your sets or to your auction block. And it looks like what they did is they also gave us a bit more of like an in-depth view when it comes to tracking what sets you've done and tracking what players you have in the sets right now. Because honestly, what I think happens to myself as well as some people out there is you put some cards in a set and then you just forget that you even had those players in the set, and you're like, where do those players go? You gotta scroll through, you gotta find them. Or maybe you're in a situation where you've like done a couple sets for like a team diamond, but you don't really remember which ones are left. Well, what this is doing is it will show you guys your progress on all those sets. I think what this is also going to do is it's also going to make it a lot easier to visualize what sets you can complete with the cards you have in your binder. So let's say, for example, you're in a situation where you open a fair bit of packs in this game and you got like a fair number of cards in your binder. Usually you don't really know where to put those cards, but with this new addition to Madden 23, what I'm kind of hoping is it's like a hub, and it's going to show you, oh, you could have like 90% progress on this set right here if you put in the cards you had in your binder, or oh, you could have maybe 40% progress on this set right here if you put the cards in your binder into the set. So I think that would be a kind of cool change, and it would make it a lot easier to kind of visualize, oh, I should do these sets, maybe I should avoid these sets because I don't have much progress on them. But those are the only 4 changes that I can say I've actually heard stuff about and seen, I guess, like factual evidence that says they should be coming into the game. Now, these aren't like 100% confirmed. Obviously, EA Sports hasn't gone out there and said these 4 things, they're 100% coming in Madden 23, but I wouldn't be surprised if all of them are actually in the game. I feel pretty confident that they should be releasing. So yeah, those are 4 changes for the game. Now, could I just ask you to do one thing? Scroll down and drop a like on this video if you made it to this point. I do greatly appreciate it. And if you want to see every single card in Madden 23 Ultimate Team that's been revealed so far, not every player, but everyone we know of so far for MUT cards, click right here. And until next time, I'm out. Peace.